Hi, Rob here, and coming up on R&B Reviews, a programmer gets to participate in a breakthrough experiment by evaluating human qualities in a female robot. It's my review of, and hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, Ex Machina.
Good to meet you, Nathan.
It's good to meet you too, Caleb. Can we just get past the whole employer-employee thing?
Cheers.
In many ways, this building isn't a house. It's a research facility. I want to talk to you about the greatest scientific event in the history of man.
Are you building an AI?
Thank you very much for checking out the channel. Ex Machina was an interesting experience for me because up until somebody showed me a trailer for it about a week ago, I hadn't really heard of this movie. So when I saw that it came out last weekend here in the United States, I figured, yeah, I better check this movie out. So I kind of went into this movie almost cold, but after seeing it, I found it to be very intriguing. Now, in what looks like a mix of contemporary and futuristic time, where people are reliant on technology, a young coder named Caleb, who works at a large internet company, wins a competition to spend a week at a remote mountain cottage belonging to his CEO, Nathan. Caleb finds that he's invited to participate in an experiment in which he must interact with the world's first true artificial intelligence in the form of a robot named Ava. Now, the three main characters I thought were all terrific, and they contrasted very well from each other. Caleb's played by Domhnall Gleeson, and I thought he was great as the somewhat socially awkward young employee, and Oscar Isaac is Nathan, the more sociable character in the film, and Ava was played by Alicia Vikander, I think is how you pronounce her last name, Alicia Vikander, whose acting in this movie I thought was a big improvement over her last role in The Seventh Son with Jeff Bridges. There were times when I was watching her perform that I forgot that this was an actress. I kept thinking, wow, I kept thinking this is like a real robot. I kept thinking I was watching a robot instead of a performance, which I think must be credited both to the people that made the special effects as well as the actress and how she moved and how she spoke in the part.
Hello?
Hi. I'm Caleb.
Hello, Caleb.
Do you have a name?
Yes. Ava.
I'm pleased to meet you, Ava.
I'm pleased to meet you too.
The movie has very beautiful naturalistic photography, and the synthesizer score I thought was pretty good. And I also liked the commentary on technology. And the script was written by Alex Garland, who is making his directorial debut here, and I really liked listening to the dialogue in this movie. It sounded like something I would hear two real people talk about, you know, Caleb and Nathan.
It's when a human interacts with a computer. And if the human doesn't know they're interacting with a computer, the test is passed.
And what does it pass tell us?
That the computer has artificial intelligence. Are you building an AI?
I've already built one. And over the next few days, you're going to be the human component in the Turing test. Because if that test is passed, you are dead center of the greatest scientific event in the history of man.
And it really sounded like realistic people talking, whether it's Nathan's dry humor or Caleb's discussion on technology. I did not think it sounded forced, and I thought it flowed very well. And for a first-time director, I think the movie is very well paced. I was, involved in the movie the whole time, and I felt like when I left the movie, I thought that if this movie had been in the wrong hands, it could have been repetitive because it's almost like a pattern in the film. But I thought as the movie progressed, there were some new things we learned about the characters as well as the project. I think Ex Machina will go on to be a cult science fiction film. I think it's intelligent, suspenseful, intriguing, very well acted and directed. So for that, I'm going to give the movie a see it in theaters rating. Alright, that's my review of the movie. Feel free to leave any comments, and also feel free to go visit the main page and look at some movies that are currently in the movie theaters, available on DVD or streaming. And if you're interested, consider being a subscriber. Thank you very much for watching.